Alright, this is a video on 4 different models of Floyd Rose. Got a lot of questions on what am I looking for, what do I do. You guys, if you need them set up, you just need to have someone that knows what they're doing help you set it up, and then you're good to go. I personally love mine to float. When I hit it, I can just, oh, if I can find the bar, just a slight feather touch, and it goes up and down. This is the original Floyd Rose FRT 1000 from Germany. The nylon around here and this nut pretty much gives it away. You can tell right away that this is one of the original Floyd Roses. Also, the posts are the old school straight screw that go into the blade of the bass. Everything else is pretty much set the same. The Floyd Rose. Sorry. Got something else coming up behind me here. Music came on. The font is different on the way it says Floyd Rose on the different models. I'll show you each one of those. These are brass screws. They're a little larger than some of the ones they're making now. So that's also another difference that you can tell. And on the plates underneath, if I can get to that, you can see the plates right there where the block sits. There's 2 little plates that sit underneath there that are underneath here. You can get the larger blocks for longer sustain. I've just left it original and kept this just the way it is, just because that's the way I like it. So anyways, there's that one. And then the brand new models that they're making, the difference, of course, are these just screw off. The other ones are bolted on. These screw off. The base bolts are hex screws now instead of the old school screw going through the base. Let me just show you right there. And I'll point to it. That screw right there. Same style, same quality, as long as you get the FRT 1000s. Of course, and the difference, of course, is the way this bar sits on there. These screws are a little smaller, and there's a small bit of movement in the screws themselves as they're sitting there, to where the old school one has a little less movement in the screws. If you move them, there's a higher tolerance on the threading of the screws. So as long as you have those set, that's good. They work the same. These just seem to move just a teeny bit more, not much. That's a difference that I found. And of course, if you pull it back too far, you put the claw springs into your body. So be careful with that, guys. If it happens, it happens. I was having fun playing and I just went a little overboard. So anyways, there's the new one and the model on that. So that's 2000. I'm sorry, this is 2015 on a Kramer 84 model body. That's the Beretta. This is 1983 Pacer Imperial with the 2 humbuckers, mini toggle, 3 switches, 1 master volume, 2 tones. And that's the original Floyd Rose from Germany. Here's the brand new Kramer FRT 1000s that you can get today on guitars. We've got, swing you around really quick, sorry about the blurriness. This is a 2008 model Kramer Pacer Classic, and it is branded Kramer. I just can't focus. There it is, Kramer. The difference is the bar is a little cheaper quality. It's got a little bit of wobble in it. These screws move much more than the other two. The barrels that actually sit in here and hold that into place, these barrels are different. I can get you in a spot where you can see it. It's these guys. Different style. Instead of the screws that come all the way up, they're barrels. These screws, once you screw them into there, they're not as These are more sensitive than the old school ones. Once you get it set, you turn it and set it. Get your B set just the way you want it. You get your E set just the way you want it, and it's set. With this one, I seem to be toggling back and forth and playing with it a little bit. One size down, one quality-wise set down. Not as high quality steel on this model, so they sell it cheaper, and say it's a Floyd Rose. So I would say this is what was this guitar? This was like $380 for this guitar. So you're not getting the greatest quality on it. The $600 and more guitars, like this one, was $699. So $700, and you could get the correct Floyd Rose, or the best Floyd Rose that they make right now. Old school, you'd have to find that online or buy an old guitar to get that one. This one is available now in stores. And then the cheapest quality one I wanted to show that I didn't talk about in my last video about Floyd Roses. Everyone was saying that that's the worst one. It's like, no, there's one more step down even from there. It says license under Floyd Rose patent. These screws are all over the place. You have tons of play, whether the bass is all the way down, screws are all the way down, or all the way up. They still have tons and tons of play. It's no fun. Whether you put those all the way down, it's got the springs on the back just like the other ones, but it comes with this cheap little block. Chasing it around on the floor. This cheap little galvanized block, and then they even cut little grooves out of the top to save weight. You want more weight, I would think. I don't know. And then it's got holes in the middle of it there. There's a single plate at the bottom. The tension claws hold these into place. They do have the nice screws. That's the nicest part of it. These guys, just the quality, the way it's made, it's like galvanized or just stamped out, really cheap. You can see, of course, when they imprinted that across the top part, the Floyd Rose, they had to really push it into the machine to get it to go. You don't see any of that, but it just kind of shows there. And then in the corners here, right where these cutouts are, you can see where it's stressing the heck out of this cheap metal. It almost cracks it, but it doesn't. So it's not, this is the worst quality-wise. It's got the name on it that people want, but this is like the entry-level $200 guitars come with this. The blades right in here just seem, I don't know, with the softer, cheaper metal, I don't know how long this is going to last of whammying the hell out of it. I will try it. I'm going to put it on a guitar I'm building right now. And I'll whale the heck out of it and see what happens to it and stuff. So, also, where the nut sits, let's talk about this. On the higher quality models, it actually is, they put holes in the back of the neck and then mount it to these two screw holes. Where the cheaper models, they put it on top here and just put two cheap little screws in there. If you look really close, you can see when it came out of the cast, it has little imperfections in the metal, and where, of course, it's been clamped down and the string is moved, it's pushed into the metal to where the higher quality metals and saddles don't do that. So I also have the saddles themselves sitting out here, and you can see the impression that they put in there. Let me get that in focus. It's just not the best quality. They slip a little bit more than the higher quality ones, and you can just tell it's like galvanized, and it was like made in out of cheaper quality metal. This falls apart really easy. You can see the lines in it where the strings have been pulled. Softer metal, of course, it's going to wear different. So, anyways, there's the different models. $200, $150, $200, you get a guitar like this. This one came with that. Cut out, I think it's called the Star. Anyways, that's the cheap Floyd Roses. One step up is the Pacer Classics. Bar comes off the same. You can get better bars for it. The bolts are good. The hardware is really good. The little blocks in there work well. The only problem I have so far with this is the fine tuners move a little bit more than I like. The blades work well, even though this is fairly cheaper metal than on the other guitars. And then you go to 2015 Kramer. Here's the font difference. You can see the way the Floyd Rose is written in there, or pushed into the metal. Oh, there's a beautiful picture of it. Anyways, this one stays in tune all the time. It only goes out of tune when I move these, or I move the bar way too much. Strings are getting old. Otherwise, I can beat the heck out of it, and it stays in tune just as well as the old, nice quality German Floyd Rose. So you're looking for the FRT 1000. As long as you go with the higher quality model Kramers, you're good. And then I wanted to show I had built my own guitar there. I made that, sealed it, put the pickups and everything into it, and then there's a Kramer 2007 model Pacer. I have my Strat replica. I got rid of all of my cheap Strats and only kept that one because I love the body and it stays in tune better than all the rest of them. So I got rid of all my other cheap Strats, and then I've got, of course, the Warlock BC Rich up there. It's always fun to play. And my latest project, those guys and those guys, made my own Flying V. Maple neck. It's a piece of maple, and then the rest of the body is mahogany. Closer so I can show you what I've been doing. It's got the Eddie Van Halen low friction potentiometer, so it's smooth as heck. Standard bridge. I put on the 36th anniversary. That's the PAF DiMarzio, and it just screams. Put a great neck on it. Got a little bit of dark wood going through the middle of that maple. Put one roller string tree on it to bring down the B and the E at the end. Keep that in tune, just to see if I can do it. And then I made this mahogany, countersunk the plate there, countersunk the output jack. Where am I going? There I am. Output jacks countersunk into there. Makes it look, yes. Yeah, having fun building guitars. But I'm going to show that really quick and show the difference in the different Floyd Roses. So hopefully that clears up any questions for you guys. Please throw me some more questions if you got them about the Floyd Roses.